Actually speaking, Krishna and Arjun are not separate. Arjun is the illusioned and confused mind, Krishna is the center of that mind. That is the relationship between Krishna and Arjun. Krishna is the heart of Arjun. That within you, which already knows, is Krishna.
Good evening, Acharya ji. I am Jhansi and currently I am pursuing EEE BTech in NIT-Warangal. It's been grateful for me for interacting with you. So, one doubt I have is what is actually the truth, sir? I mean, when we are negotiating with the people, um, either we or them or they, we are closed with the feelings that we are believing inside. I mean, like, if we believe strongly in anything, we feel it is the truth. So there is no part of learning. I feel like life is a journey of learning. So if we feel like something is the truth and something what we believe is the uh, ultimate sense, how can we negotiate with the people and how can we learn? What is the better way of communicating and how do we need to feel, sir? Exactly. That's my question.
We believe. We believe in something.
Yes, sir.
Right? And there is somebody within who has a stake in believing. Right? So we believe because it is difficult to go through life with a feeling of inadequacy, not knowing, ignorance. It becomes too much to bear that. No? I do not know. How long can you keep admitting? Something comes to you, I do not know. Something comes to you, I only partially know. Something comes to you, oh, I am in the process of knowing. This is too much for the ego. So the ego settles into easy beliefs. And beliefs are a quick and cheap substitute for real knowing. You want to really know, you will have to give up some part of yourself that is satisfied with not knowing. Unfortunately, that's almost the entirety of what we are born with. A collection of selves, of parts that are all right without knowing but with believing. You look at a young child and you will see how quick she is in settling into a belief. Just 2 years old, 4 years old. And she would actually be believing that there is a large cat that comes to the house every night and cooks the breakfast. And so every morning when you wake up, the breakfast is ready because the large cat had come. And the kid would be utterly serious about it. We have something at stake in just coming to a belief and ending it there. What is it that is at stake? A lump of ignorance is born However, with a desire to know. You could say, a lump of ignorance is born with a desire to not remain as ignorant as it is. So the desire against itself is there. I know I am ignorant and I do not like my position. I'm stating the condition of all humanity. I know I am ignorant and I do not like myself in this situation. Now there are two options. I work hard and tirelessly and endlessly to keep knowing, and the second option is that I just convince myself that I already know, or that with some little effort I can know. This second option is very lucrative. Why? Because it is lucrative to the one within who values self-preservation more than the truth. That's who we are. We value self-preservation more than the truth. And real understanding cannot happen with self-preservation. We said, as you proceed along the way to understanding, you keep losing big parts of yourself that were satisfied without understanding. So understanding is a process of self-dissolution. That's the price you pay to understand. You cannot understand remaining who you already are. You can gather knowledge remaining who you already are. But knowledge and understanding are different. When you understand, internally, you keep losing your concept of the self, because your concept of the self within is as false as your beliefs without. There are two things that we believe in. Outside we believe in things about the world. Inside we believe in things about ourselves. And these two beliefs go together and mutually reinforce each other. If you want to drop your false beliefs about the world, you'll have to correspondingly drop your false beliefs about yourself. And to lose beliefs about oneself is a bit like death. We don't want to die. Since we don't want to die, so we keep holding on to all that we think and believe about the universe. If something in your belief system changes, something within you will have to correspondingly change. We do not like that. That change is hurtful. Nobody wants to take hurt. Are you getting it? So, one requires to have courage. And one requires to have love. The good news is that love is already there. It's just wrongly directed. Love towards truth is the source of love towards all that you are attracted to in the world. There is nobody who is not attracted to anything. In fact, we are all attracted to 1,000 things. The attraction that you feel towards the 1,000 things in the world is just a manifestation of your fundamental love towards the truth. So you do indeed already love the truth. You just have to be reminded of that. And to be reminded of that, you need good books, you need good company, or you need a heavy dose of good luck. Good luck we cannot count on. Who knows where it would come from? But company is something we can actively choose. Books are something we can consciously pick. And that will tell you what you really want. What you really want is not shallow beliefs. What you really want is something deeper. That's where you would be satisfied. Is this too heavy?
No, sir. Actually, that's what I needed. And one more thing I want to ask is,
No, first of all, is this clear?
yes, sir, I'm clear with it.
That's too good to be true.
Thank you, sir. And another part is courage, sir. I personally feel I am not so well in expressing my views and opinions in front of my peers and my family members when we are in a discussion. The thing what happens is, for example, if we are discussing and we are about to take a decision, I will just convince by the others. Like, although I feel like they are wrong at some corners, and I may feel like I'm strong and what I understood is clear. I cannot express myself like I cannot offend them. I cannot contradict them, and I shall go with them. I cannot like strongly and with confidence. I cannot. Stand up on my own decision and opinion. That is what the problem is. So how can I improve the courage from in front of my peers and family in my life?
You have a rupees 10 note.
Sorry.
A small note you are carrying. Just 10 rupees. And you are carrying a huge, big bundle of currency. Let's make it large. What, 10 lakhs, 10 crores? Something. Now somebody comes and takes away rupees 10. You probably won't react or object or resist. Somebody comes and takes away 100 rupees. Somebody comes and takes away 200 rupees. And you might ignore these things. Would you continue to ignore if somebody comes and snatches away the entire big currency bundle?
But also probably.
Not at all. So if you are continuously remaining silent when others are unfairly dealing with you, what does that tell you about the stuff they are walking away with? Are they taking away rupees 10 or rupees 10 crore?
It may be a large amount, sir, but when it comes
But
to
wait. But you said that if somebody walks away with a large amount, you will not at all remain silent, right? These are your own words. You said if somebody is indeed walking away with your treasure, then you will not at all remain silent. But you do remain silent. What does that tell you about the amount others are walking away with? Is it rupees 10 or rupees 10 crore?
is 10 crores, sir. That is what my problem is, sir.
But you said that if others take away rupees 10 crore, you will not at all remain silent.
Yeah, yes, sir, I want to say the one thing. If the person is a stranger, I can easily offend that. But
It's that's not a dimension we want to get into right now. That's not a dimension we want to get now. Please stay with me. You must be having something in life that is non-negotiable, where you would say, if somebody touches this, then I will not at all tolerate. You must be having something, right? So if you are tolerating a lot, what does that tell?
it's not such a huge value.
Right. So that's what is happening. You see, you are not able to decisively take a position because there is nothing worth taking a position for. When something very important will be at stake, then you will find yourself rising, responding, resisting without even thought. When small things are at stake, then one can ignore, and that's what you are doing. The trouble is not that you are ignoring. The trouble is that the things you are involved in are all small. And when small things are there, how will you summon your energy to defend those small things with a lot of courage and application? That won't just rise. When you are representing something very, very important, it's only then that you don't want to buckle down. First of all, are you sure that in front of your friends or relatives or whoever they are, batchmates, you stand to represent something extremely important? When you do that, then it becomes impossible for you to back off. Then it becomes impossible for you to buckle down or to surrender. I'm not talking of being aggressive or violent here. I'm talking of not kneeling down. There are certain matters on which it is easy to compromise, and everybody would compromise, and those matters are anyway not worth fighting for. Right? I'm sitting and I'm eating, and you come and you take away a bit of my food. I'm not going to quarrel with you. This is not a big issue, right? One piece of bread less doesn't matter so much. But if you come and you want to walk away with my truth, then I'll fight with all that I have. But for that, first of all, I must have the truth. If all I have in life is just rupees 10 and rupees 100 and rupees 1000 and breadcrumbs and a few pieces of clothing and something here and there, and this is all that I have in life, nothing of great value, then why will my energy arise to defend when I am attacked? I anyway do not have anything. You have your room in which only trash is stacked. Do you even care to lock it? Even the lock is more valuable than the things it locks. So you don't even want to lock that room. Then somebody walks in and walks away with all that your room had. Do you care? That's the situation of most people. All that you have in your life is of so little value that it can be violated, it can be trampled on. And you'll find yourself just not willing to put up a fight. A day will come when you will have something to fight for, and only then the fight has a meaning. And then you cannot help fighting. Then you will find that the option to not to fight is no more available. When I say fight here, I repeat, I'm not denoting aggression or violence. I mean something else. I hope you are with me on that. Right? So, this usual spinelessness that we find in most of us does not come as a result of lack of courage. It comes as a result of lack of truth. In fact, if you have a lot of courage without having the truth, then it is quite dangerous, because then your courage is being used to defend all falseness. Courage must be a product of your proximity to the truth. I know I have something very tremendous to be with. I know this is what gives meaning and value to my life. How can I part with this? You can take away all that I have, but this is something I won't give. Then you are a lioness. Then let us see who can misbehave or dominate or violate. Okay. Real courage, therefore, is necessarily a spiritual thing. It is not about your genes or training or ideology. It is a spiritual thing. It is related to the word love. Have you seen videos? How cows fight tigers to save their calves? And that's not even proper spiritual love. That's just a worldly and carnal shadow of spiritual love. But even that shadow has so much power, it can fight away a tiger. Think of a cow, a mere cow, with not much strength in her body. Her body is not made to fight. All that she has is just the two things on her head. Of what utility are they in front of the size, the weight, the aggression, the claws, the teeth of the tiger? But you will find her fighting to death. And there are times when she can actually scare away the tiger. Not because of her power, but because of her ferocity and determination. The tiger now knows that she will fight till death. So, I don't want to take chances here. She will die, but will not succumb. She has something very, very important to defend. And that's just a calf. That's not even the truth. You have to have the truth like your baby. Right? Like how a woman, a mother, defends and nurses and takes care of her baby. That's how you have to be with the truth. Very gentle, very motherly, very soft, yet extremely ferocious. Then let us see how these wolves and hyenas manage to scare you.
Sir, another point I want to add is,
This one is clear?
yes, sir. Thank you for that. And the main thing, the practical thing, what I faced is when the reality comes, our parents insists us to choose a path. And we, with the optimistic ideology, tries to choose our wishes and our choices of what we love, our passions. So, how can we defend our parents and choose our ways? Is it correct or not?
See, even for your parents, it is better if you choose the right thing, right? Is it not? You want to go to the market to fetch something. You must take the road to the right. Somehow your parents feel that you must go towards the left. If you go towards the left, you will not reach the market, or you will reach quite late. The thing that you have to bring home will be delayed. Who will suffer? Obviously, you will suffer because you needlessly traveled a lot. But even the parents will suffer because the thing that you are bringing is not only for yourself. Being a good daughter, whatever you bring to your life, is it only for yourself? It's for everybody. Right? So if you go towards the left and are unable to bring the nice goods home, everybody will suffer, right? Including the parents too will suffer. They will have the shallow satisfaction that their daughter obeyed them. They wanted her to go left and she went left. But after that, they'll find that the daughter is suffering because she could not get anything going down left. And even they are suffering because the things that she wanted to get for herself would have benefited the entire family. So the entire family has suffered, right? Whereas if you go towards the right, initially they might have the dissatisfaction that their daughter violated. But soon they will find that going towards the right has brought her good benefits. And being a good daughter, she is sharing the benefits. And then they'll be happy. They may even say, sorry, we doubted you. We were harsh. We suspected. So you have to see what do you want to give them. Shallow satisfaction or deeper benefits.
Deeper benefits and happiness, sir.
But initially, you will run the risk of making them unhappy. You must be prepared to run that risk. But keep in mind, before you allow yourself to violate your parents' wishes, you have to ask yourself, how sure are you that you are doing the right thing? That's not with respect to what your parents are saying. You want to go right. Irrespective of whether your parents are supportive or not, you have to be sure that going to the right is the right thing to do. So have that assurance, and after that, don't budge. I just want to caution that this must not be used to blindly follow your inclinations and desires. going to the right has actually to be the right thing to do, not the desirous thing to do. There is a difference between what is right and what is desirable. Often we clash with parents because our desires are different from theirs. And a clash of desires means nothing. One blind desire against another blind desire is hardly a battle to watch. It is a meaningless battle. Rightness against desire is watchworthy. So you have to first of all be convinced that you are doing the right thing. And then, if needed, parents' wishes can be opposed or suspended. But not before you have done your best to try to convince them and educate them. So it's a 3-step thing. First of all, you have to be internally convinced that you are taking the right decision. Secondly, try to bring your parents on board. Resistance cannot be the first option. First of all, you have to try to take them along. Then you come to the third thing. If they still do not understand and you are utterly convinced that you are doing the right thing, then you can do what is imperative to be done, the right thing to do. And pray that sooner than later they will understand. And chances are that they will understand, because the right decision will bring the right benefits. Those benefits will be there for all to see. So they will probably understand.
Sir, actually, in the step 1, what you have said, we have to be so sure that we are going in the right way. As the parents suggest us a way, as a kid of them, we feel that our parents knew more than what we knew, and we believe in their experience. So we fall in a confusion that either we are right or parents are right. There comes the confusion, sir.
No, it's not about am I right or are the parents right. It's about what is right. That which is right is obviously not confined to only these two positions, your position and your parents' position. The right is absolute and has to be chased, not necessarily from where you are understanding. Your own position does not matter. It's not a debate between these two sides, the kid versus the parent. The position that the kid is having, meaningless. The position that the parents are having, that too is meaningless. What's meaningful? Only the truth. So it's not your position that, and if you are proven false, that does not necessarily mean that the parents are right. It could be that both the parties are mistaken. Vice versa, if the parents are proven to be mistaken, that does not necessarily mean that you are right. It could be that both of you are totally off the mark. So you have to relentlessly try to know what is right. Most often, both the parents and the kids are deluded, and equally so. So if it is just a choice between these two positions, one position is hardly any better than the other. The best option could be that parents and kids search for the right thing together without insisting on their respective positions. But that is hardly a thing we see in families, especially in India. So I do not know whether there can be that kind of a collaborative search. Anyway, you must endeavor on your own. One can see, as a young person, never be absolutely sure. I empathize with that. You can never be 100% sure that you are doing the right thing. But at least to the best of your ability, you must try to know. You might still be proven wrong. There is a probability. But do not be proven wrong for lack of effort, for lack of sincerity. You must be very sincere. And after that, if you are proven wrong or defeated, it is all right. You did the best you could. And if you have done the best you could, it has immediately given you great results within. Irrespective of the results you get outside, the right action builds you up from within. You become a far better human being. And that's no mean thing. So invest a lot in trying to investigate. What is life? What decision do I want to take? Where is the decision coming from? What really are the consequences? What are the facts on ground? Be relentless in your inquiry. Welcome.